Yes, but exactly the result that happened because of that cartoon, which was the violence, and a lot of people got killed, is exactly why the New York Post, I mean, I saw that cartoon, I thought I was going to gag, but their reaction is even more horrifying.
That's what's more horrifying.
And National Public Radio tonight did a section of their news thing, not their news, one of their talk shows in the middle of the day on it, and only one of the callers that called in agreed that it was racist. The other ones were like, I don't see any big deal about it. And I was just like, exactly. My first reaction was that, about those, the Muhammad, that cartoon, and what violence it evoked. That cartoon said, if you don't agree with somebody politically, it's okay to go shoot them. That's what the cartoon said. Whether it was Obama or somebody else, but it's not called the Republican stimulus bill or the Democratic one. It's been called the Obama stimulus bill. So it's so blatantly racist that there's no, and violent, that there's no, I don't know where free speech or ACLU stands on it.
The hard part of it is, when it comes to freedom of expression, free speech, I'm an absolutist. I'm a purist. Because I want to be able to call people anything I want to call them. And I don't care what you say about what I say. If I want to call you something, I want to call you whatever I want to call you. And if I want to write a cartoon about you, I want to write, if I can draw one. And if whatever I want to do, I want to do it. And if you don't like it, we can scream and yell and do whatever we want to do. It's like at the university where I am and other universities, when they put up those codes about doing hate speech a few years ago, that you weren't supposed to say anything or do anything or write anything in the paper or have cartoons or student paper or anything else that was racist, sexist, whatever. And I said, when they put it in there, you're going to get into trouble. Because somebody's going to do something, and then you're going to try to stop them, and they're going to say, you violating my freedom of expression and freedom of speech. I've got a First Amendment right to say whatever it is. And the person who complains is going to get kicked in the shins, not the person who actually did it. And that's exactly what happened at the university. Some girls complained, women complained about some sexist, racist stuff that was said to them by some white students, male students. And they ended up getting the short end of the stick, not the students, because it was a national campaign saying these women are trying to violate their freedom of expression. And if they don't like what these guys said, they should go say something about them. And so you got that problem. And there's always a tendency, and I'm always tempted, when somebody says or does something I don't like, I'm tempted to say, they shouldn't have said that. That's racist, that's sexist, that's whatever. I can agree that it's racist, but they have a right to say it if they want to. Now, it may be something they shouldn't say, and I wouldn't buy the paper, but I wouldn't buy the New York Post anyway. If they gave it to me, I wouldn't read it. But I wouldn't even use it. Now, I won't tell you what I wouldn't use it for. But anyway, but no, they shouldn't have done it, okay? But they have a right to do stuff like that. If they want to do it, if they want to be seen like that, go ahead and be seen like that. Just like those people who did Prophet Muhammad. They have a right to do that, whether or not. It didn't make any sense. They shouldn't have done it, but they did it, yes.
I think you got so many black people all worked up because of the association of monkeys and apes and chimpanzees and all that with black people over the years, and largely by the white population. And I can just give a brief instance. I'm a nurse and I was working in a hospital, and a patient was dark skinned, was eating banana, and they said, it looks just like a little monkey. Wow. But I mean, you know, I just said, my goodness, that was all I said. But I was saying, the climate there wasn't what it should have been years ago.
Right, and it's not too many years ago. I mean, when we did the Free South Africa movement, at the end of apartheid, we were in a place where we had closed down money changers and Deep Pereira, corn changers, and stand up in the window. And Randall Robinson said, we went in there, we're not taking any bananas, even though we're going to be in there night and day, because we're not standing up in the window eating bananas, even though they don't require it. Look at us like little monkeys standing up in the window. Anyway.